Namaste, Suswagatam. Welcome to the 11th session on Kunti Stuti, which is being continued. In the last session, that is session number 10, I chanted 5 verses of Kunti Stuti and highlighted how Kunti sings Krishna's glory with emotions and feelings. Let us continue from the 6th verse onwards and take delight in understanding more of Krishna's Leela sport. Yatha Hrishikesha Kalena Devaki Kamsena Ruddhati Chiram Shucharpita Vimochitaham cha sahatmaja vibho Tvayaiva nathe namuhur vipadganan. O Hrishikesha, just as your sorrow-stricken mother Devaki, who was tortured for long by Kamsa, was freed by you, so also I, along with my sons, was often saved by you alone from many troubles. You have been my protector thus. Vishan Mahagne Purusha Dadarshanat Asat Sabhaya Vanavasa Kritshrataha Mridhe Mridhe Aneka Maharathasratau Draunyasratascha Smahare Bhirakshitaha. O Hari, Hare, we have been fully saved by you, Abhirakshitaha, from poison administered to Bhima, from the horrific fire incident, Laksha Griha, from the sight of demons like Hidimba, Baka, etc., in the assembly of the ignoble Asat Sabhaya, which had the assembly of dice game that witnessed humiliation of Draupadi, from the horror of forest stay, the various dangers faced by the Pandavas during their stay in the forest for 12 years, that is in Ajnatavasa. From the missiles of great warriors in every war, that is the great Mahabharata war, and now the missile released by Drona's son, Ashwathaman. Thus, Kunti acknowledges and draws home every incident where Krishna stood by the Pandavas in their various encounters. After hearing this verse, most of us would be thanking Krishna for his support in our lives so far on various occasions. Vipada santu nashashvat tatra jagad guru bhavato darshanam yatsyat apunar bhavadarshanam. O Lord of the universe, Jagat Guru, may there be even continuous Shashwat difficulties in our lives, but where we may have your sight, Darshana, the sight, the Darshana that would lead to liberation, Apunar Bhava. This verse, in one of the most appreciated verses of the Bhagavata Purana, Kunti is willing to go through and experience difficulties because only during difficult times one remembers Krishna and is drawn towards him through bhakti. With intensified bhakti, the devotee treads the path of liberation, that is, never to have a rebirth. Kunti is keen to remember Krishna all the time. Janmaishwarya Shuta Shri Bhiredhamana Puman Naivarhyatyaabhidatum Vai Tvamakinchana Gocharam. Indeed, a man intoxicated, arrogant, with the pride of high-level birth, power, learning and wealth never ever qualifies to refer about you or even remember you, as you deserve to be known by persons who have no desires or demands. Namo kinchana vittaya nivritta gunavrittaye atma ramaya shantaya kaivalya pataye namaha. My obeisance to you, to whom your faithful devotees are your wealth, and from whom my aspirations arising from the tendencies are withdrawn. I bow down to you who takes delight in yourself, Atma Rama, serene-minded, Shanta, and the ordainer of granting liberation, Kaivalyapatihi. Here, a very powerful message is given to the seekers of Krishna's grace to become his sincere devotees. The word akinchana implies that the seeker who has no demands or expectations, but only Krishna himself is required. There are no material aspirations. Krishna considers such bhaktas as his wealth. Akinchana vitta. Manye tvam kalam ishanam anadi nidhanam vibhum samam charantam sarvatra bhutanam yanmitha kalihi. I consider you as time or death, kalam, the master of the universe, Ishanam, beginningless and endless, Anadi Nidhanam. Wars do happen among beings, with you as the inner controller, but you are equanimous in dealing in these situations. Your dispensation of happiness or sorrow to the beings is purely in relation to their past actions. Kunti hints that Krishna cannot be blamed for any being's sufferings. Naveda kaschid bhagavan shikirshitam tavehamanas chandranam vidambanam na yasya kaschid daitosti karhichite dveshyascha yasmin vishamam matirnrinam. O Bhagavan, there is no clue as to your intent of action. You conduct yourself like men. There is no one as your favorite, nor is there a hateful being for you. But it is the prejudice or biases in the minds of men about your favoring some and discarding others. This verse reminds one of Bhagavad Gita verse, Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosti na priyaha. Now the next verse. Janma karma cha vishvatman ajasya karturatmanaha tiriyangrishishu yadasu tadatyanta vidambanam. O soul of the universe, Vishwatman, you are birthless, Ajaha, and actionless, Akartuhu. That is, the actions you perform are not karma induced, unlike other beings who are born and do actions as fructification of their past karma. But you do have avatars where you do actions. As non-humans, example, Kurmavatara, Varahavatara. As humans, example, Rama, Krishna. Or Swech as Vamana. And aquatic creatures, example, Matsyavatara. These adventures of yours are mysterious and a puzzle. Vidambanam. Gopyadade tvai kritagasidamatavad yate dashashrukalilāñcana sambhramakṣam vaktram viniya bhaya bhavanaya sthitasya samam vimohayati bhirapi yadbibheti. Kunti quotes a childhood incident when, on complaints by gopis as act of commission, he was punished by his foster mother Yashoda. She had tied him on his waist to a mortar with a rope when he was standing with his head bent down. That sight had apparent expression of fear with tears. But for Kunti, that sight caused her delight, as she is aware of the fact that even fear is afraid of him. In order to show his apparent obedience to his foster mother Yashoda, Krishna got himself tied into the rope, hurting his waist. Kunti thus wonders, otherwise, how can anyone bind the Supreme Being in that manner? Krishna is called Damodara after this incident. Daman means the rope. Udara is the belly. Kechidāharajam jātam punya shlokasya kirtaye yado priyasyan vavaye malasyeva chandanam. It is quoted by some people as saying that you, although unborn, seems to have taken birth, Jatam, for highlighting the merits, Punya Shlokasya Kirtaye, of your dear friend Yudhishthira and also of Yadu dynasty. This is comparable to the sandalwood tree found on the Malaya mountain, as if to bring fame to the mountain. We shall continue with Kunti Stuti in the next session. Till then, let us reflect upon all the beautiful gunas, adventures and the sport of our dear Krishna. Dhanyavada.